Hey, what's up guys? Brownie here coming to you with some AFK Journey, and today we're going to be hopping in the Dream Realm because there's three teams that I want to test out. And one of them is obviously the SATRANA team that I've been running. I have a team pretty much for every Dream Realm boss that involves SATRANA, so we're going to be seeing a lot of videos about her. But there's two other teams I want to try too, and at least not try them, but compare them so you guys can see the differences. And yeah, we'll just hop on in here. So if we go and check the team out quick, take out CASSADEE and put SATRANA back in. So the first team we're going to test is the SATRANA team. It's got SATRANA, Merrily, Odie as the damage dealers, and then Coco Rainier. I would love to put Smokey in as the healer, but he just can't he doesn't allow my team to survive. I need the damage reduction that Coco provides to live through the eye beams from the Cyclops. So maybe later when my resonance level is higher, I might be able to use Smokey. But until then, we are going to have to utilize Coco. Now, the next team that we're going to try will have KORIN on it, and then we're going to try a third team that has CASSADEE on it. So we'll try those teams out. We'll see the differences and all that kind of stuff, and let's go ahead and start the battle. So there's a few things to remember about Skyclops when you're building a team, and the main thing is he has summons. He summons 4 ads, there they are, and they disappeared very quickly. But they don't always do that, especially if you only have one kind of damage dealer on your team. So if you only have heroes that deal magic damage, by the end of the fight, you're going to have a lot of trouble trying to kill the ads, because what happens is he summons his first group of ads, and those ads are actually weak against magic damage, and then the second group that he summons is actually strong against magic damage, and then he keeps rotating it. And yeah, so if you're, at the end of the fight and he summons the ads that are strong against magic damage, you're going to have a lot of trouble killing them and squeaking out a little bit more damage at the very few last seconds of the fight. So you want to have a hero that can do true damage or physical damage at the least. And yeah, true damage is obviously better because it's just stronger, all around stronger. So looks like we just barely broke 11 billion, almost hit the 50% mark. We kind of got an unlucky ad summon by the boss there at the end of the fight, so it is what it is. Let's check out the damage numbers quick. So we got 5.2 billion from Odie, 2.8 from Merrily, and 1.7 from SATRANA. So pretty decent numbers. We'll go ahead back out, and we're gonna do an attempt here where we have KORIN on the team, and then we're gonna try CASSADEE. So let's go ahead and take SATRANA out. We're gonna take KORIN and put him in. Now this team is, maybe you want to run this team if you are having some survivability issues, because KORIN provides a shield to your weakest ally. So, it could give you that edge to stay alive a little longer, and in that case, it might be better than the SATRANA team. But if you can survive the whole fight without KORIN, you definitely want to use SATRANA. So, and we're also going to keep the Crescent spell active, because I've done attempts with Quick Blade spell, and it just does not do better than Crescent. Crescent spell adds tons of damage to the fight, so we'll go ahead and start this one, see how this team does, and then we will give CASSADEE a try here. And what I would try CASSADEE, SATRANA, and Odie all together, but if you remember what I was just saying, the ads will give me a ton of issue by the end, and I won't be able to kill the last set of ads in time. I'll just basically I'll waste the last 10 or so seconds of the fight trying to kill those ads if I only have magic damage dealers. But as you can see, KORIN's providing a shield here and there to an ally that's weak, but none of my allies are really all that weak in this fight. Coco does very, very well at keeping everybody alive. She is super clutch against this boss, and yeah, I really wish I could run Smokey because, you know, he buffs my or he just buffs my attack, but it's just, yeah, I can't do it. Not yet. So, anyway, we got about 12 seconds left. Our damage is not looking too great at the moment. We might hit the 10 billion mark. And we didn't even hit the 10 billion mark. Wow. So that was a much worse attempt. And yeah, you can see just how good SATRANA is. So there's about a 400 million damage difference between SATRANA and KORIN. And then Odie actually dealt about 500 billion or 500 million less than when SATRANA's on the team buffing his damage. And Merrily stayed about the same. So yeah, that's the KORIN team. And let's hop out now and check out a team with CASSADEE on it. So we will take KORIN and put CASSADEE. Now what you want to do is you need to line CASSADEE up so that she's buffing your damage dealer like Odie. You could have her buff Merrily, but I think Odie's going to be the better one to buff for us. So yeah, and then I think as the fight goes on, she kind of buffs your whole team, if I'm not mistaken. So wait, where is it? It's her mythic skill. She increases haste during battle. No. That's her hero focus, wasn't it? Running Tide, allied heroes on the path, temporary buff, empowering their next 6 normal attacks. So yeah, so as the fight goes on, she's giving all your heroes that get hit by her big wave skill, she buffs the next 6 to 8 normal attacks. I think it depends on how high you have it leveled. And then she also, at Supreme Plus, if I'm not mistaken, she reduces the magic defense of the enemies hit by Running Tide by 20% for 10 seconds. So it's not a continuously, it's not a buff that's constantly up and running, but it is a good buff. So let's just see how this does. I have a feeling it could do pretty well. We might have a hero that is a contender to beat out SATRANA in damage. So let's see what happens here. Now that was a pretty big eye beam, like a strong one. Normally I don't get hurt that badly. I'm not sure why we just took so much damage, but anyway, let's see what happens. Okay. So now that Coco's got her stuff up, it seems like everything's kind of going smoother and we're not taking as much damage. But the last time I tried CASSADEE out, I did lose heroes, and I don't know. I'm not sure why that was. So let's just hope that doesn't happen again, and let's see if we can't get a big score here. Okay, so we're gonna have this group of ads, which is a Merrily group, or no, that one was okay for magic damage dealers. The next group of ads is going to be one that Merrily needs to kind of really take out for us. But looks like they're going to go down. Okay, they went down all right. Still have some time to do some damage. Can we break our record? Oh no, doesn't look like it. So we had about almost a 3% difference in damage from my best SATRANA attempt to this attempt. We can go ahead and look at the numbers. So Merrily staying about the same damage she has been. She's usually between 2.7 and 3 billion damage, and then CASSADEE did 2 billion herself. And then Odie here only did 4.7. Normally he's somewhere in the mid 500 or 5 billion range. And that's mainly because SATRANA is buffing him for, I'm pretty sure it's the whole fight that he gets buffed by her. And CASSADEE is only buffing for 10-second intervals, and it's just not as good as SATRANA. So yeah, those are the teams, and depending on the heroes you have, obviously will change whether or not you can run any of these teams. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one and got something out of it. And please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.